Alright, okay, let's look at this question. So before looking at this question, in the previous video I have explained about the concept of tree diagram, right? Through the tree diagram we can get some information, right? Especially the values of some probability. So alright, so you have to understand the concept of tree diagram, and by following before trying this question here. Alright, so okay, let's see how I'm solving this question. So the information given here is events x and y are such that, okay, they're giving you the value of probability of complement of x, which is 205. Definitely, if you know the complement for the probability of x, a complement of x event, so you will definitely know the probability of x, which is 3/5, right? So so from here we have information. We have known that px prime to be 2/5. Definitely you can also get the value of px by just taking 1 minus with the complement of the probability of complement of x, which will give you 5/5, 3/5, right? Because these two, if you add up, must getting 1. And because of the question said that with the aid of a tree diagram, means that they want you to understand the concept of tree diagram, right? With the help of tree diagram, so how are we going to find the probability of y? Okay, so next we look at the information given here, right? So based on the information here, you see that it's given x prime. Given x means that x occur before y. Alright, so means if I starting using tree diagram, I'm going to draw in this way. So where it will start with x and x prime, right? Because the information given, right, start with given x, right? Given x occur and x not occur. After x occur, you have y occur or y is not occur. Alright, so this will be the information. Sir, why not you starting with y, right? Because the information given is starting with x, right? Given x occur. So, and the most important is we have enough information to form this tree diagram here. So if you see that px prime is 2/5, right? This will be 2/5. So from the concept of tree diagram, these two branch will be add up, the probability will be 1. Right, so px plus with px prime, you are getting 1. And for this, you know that this is y given x, right? This is a probability of y given x, right? Y given x. So which is given, is not given, doesn't matter. So we see that for this, we have p y prime given x. So y prime given x is given, right? Which is 1/4. You know that this will be 1/4. The most important thing you understand, this is 1/4. If this is 1/4, these two, if you add up, you are getting 1. These two branch here, which come from x, right? So definitely this one will be 1 minus with 1/4, which will give you 3/4, because total up of these two will give you 1. Alright, which we're giving you 1. Alright, and this will be 1/4. So for this, there is an information given here, y given x prime, right? This is y prime. So y given x prime, right, is belong to this branch, which will be 1/3, right? Y given x prime occur, right? So therefore, if this will be 2/3. So now I have put all the information given in my tree diagram. Alright. So this is very important that you're able to use the information and construct a tree diagram here. So through this tree diagram, we can finding some values, right? Values. For example, if they want to find the probability of y, right? Probability of y. So previously I have already tell you that if you, okay, I show you, let's say if you take 3/5 multiply with 3/4, you are getting 9/20, 9/20, and for this you have 3/20, right? 3 over 5 multiplied with 1 over 4. You have 3 over 20. So 2 over 5 multiplied with 1 over 3. You have 2 over 15. Right? 2 over 15. And for this, you have 2 over 5 multiplied with 2 over 3, which will give you 4 over 15. So this is the value for Px intersect y. So before I doing the question, I tell you, okay. So this is actually the value of Px in. This is actually Px intersect y, and whereas for this is actually Px intersect with y prime, and this one will be the value for Px prime intersect with y, and for this will be Px prime intersect with y prime, right? So I have get all the value for the intersection. So and one more thing that you should know is if you add up all this, for example, if you add up 9 over 20 plus 3 over 20, right? 9 over 20 plus 3 over 20, you have 12 over 20 for these two, right? If you add up. So whereas for these two, if you add up, you will have 4 plus 2, you will have 6 over 15. So if you add up all the values here, or you add up these two, right, you are getting the value of 1. Alright, let's calculate together with me. You add up all the probability here. Definitely, this will give you the value of 1. This is very important for a tree diagram. Let's say if you add up all this, you are not getting a value of 1. So it means that something wrong with the tree diagram, right? Something wrong with the tree diagram. So now you have all the information. So how to finding the probability of y, right? As I teach you before in the previous video, how we're going to get the information from the tree diagram. So very simple. You want to find the probability of y. So you look at which branch here you having the y, right? The y, the second outcome here. So you can see that for the, okay, I label this to be 1, okay, this to be 1, the first, second, the third, and the fourth, right? I add up all this, you're getting 1, right? So if you want to find the probability of y, right, probability of y, so you already have tree diagram, right? You have tree diagram, so you use the tree diagram. So py, so is 1, y, right? This is y prime, this is y, right? This is y prime. So we're taking these two, the first branch and the third one. So we're adding up 9 over 20 with 2 over 15, right? 9 over 20 with 2 over 15, right? So very simple, which we're giving you 7 over 12, right? 7 over with 12. So finally, we have find the probability of y. So if let's say the question asking you to find for py prime, right? The complement for y prime is very easy, right? Either you add up these two branch with y prime, right? Add up these two with y prime, or you just use py, you're getting 7 over 12, just taking 1 minus with 7 over 12, which will give you 5 over 12, right? Concept of complement events. So, alright, let's look at what information can we get from the tree diagram. Alright, if the question is asking to find x, if let's say the question is asking you to find Px intersect y, very easy, right? This will be the value, right? This will be the value 9 over 20 by just taking 3 over 5 multiplied with 3 over 4, right? Then you're getting 9 over 20. Or if the question asking you to find the probability of x prime intersect with y, right? So without using any formula, so you look at the tree diagram, you know it's this branch here, right? It's x prime and y, right? X prime and y intersect, right? So you just take the value here, 2 over 15 as your answer, right? From the tree diagram. So now, what if the question asking to find Px union y? Alright, I am labeling this as the 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we want to find the Px union with y, very simple. So I will add up this, we have x and y, right? what is meant by x union y? Means x or y, or you must understand the means of or here means that either one is in, we should include it, right? For example, x and y, right? Definitely this one is included. X, even though y prime, but there is an x here, right? X or y, there is an x there. So I will include this. This one, even though x is not no x, but there is y here, y, right? So included. This is no x, no y, so not x prime and y prime, but this is x and y, right? X union y. So means that I add up these three, the value here means that I taking the way of using the tree diagram means I will adding this value here. I will adding the value by adding 9 over 20 plus with 3 over 20, 3 over 20, add up with 2 over 15. Then I will getting the value for px union y, which will giving you 11 over with 15, right? Alright, okay. I was telling you that some students prefer formula, right? When you're using the formula, means that you are not really understand the tree diagram. This is what Mr. Tan want to tell you. So means that if you have px union y, for example, yes, there is a formula. There is a formula, right? So usually we want student that able to use both, right? Formula and tree diagram. So if you use formula px, right? Px, you have px prime, so px will be 3 over 5, right? So py, right? Py is found to be 7 over 12, right? 7 over 12 minus with px intersect y, so which is 9 over 20, right? 9 over 20. So you are also getting the value of 11 over 15. You are still getting 11 over 15. But I have tell you both way is okay. But I prefer student doing this because you're doing this because you have a tree diagram, right? You know how to use the tree diagram. So that's very important as a student. We have to use whatever knowledge we have, right? And this is formula, right? Formula based. So, alright, let's look at another question. So what if the question asking to find probability of x prime union with y, right? Union with y. So it's a case of union. So we look at the all the possible outcome here, right? Okay, which branch should be included, right? Do you have 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we are asking to find the probability of x prime union with y, right? Okay, by using the tree diagram, we can see that x prime either is x prime or y, right? So x prime or y, right? Here there is a y here, right? Even though here is x, this is x prime, but there is a y here, so we accept the first one. So x prime and y, right? X prime is inside here, right? It's not inside here. It's not inside here. Y is not here, right? Because y prime, not y, x, but this is not x, so totally opposite, right? So this branch should not be included. This both also inside, right? X prime and y, right, is inside. And for this one, x prime and y prime, right? X prime, there is an x prime here, right? They have a one, okay? X prime here. So means that we add up these three, the value of these three. So very simple, 9 over 20. You're just adding up 9 over 20 plus with 2 over 15 plus with 4 over 15, and you will find the value for probability of x prime union y, which giving you 17 over 20, right? 17 over 20. So, or we can just taking 1, right? The value of probability 1 as a total for all, minus away 3 over 20, right? Because we need these 3. So instead of adding these 3, we can take 1 minus with 3 over 20, which will giving you 7 over 20 as well. Okay, this is also a way we use the information from the tree diagram. Alright, okay, let's look at how about if they're asking to find p x given y. Alright, let's the question asking you to find px given y, right? Px given y, but you know that x given y now is y occur, right? X given y first before y occur before x. So what is the probability of if this x depend on y, right? Okay, so you look at this x given y. So based on the formula, this will be x, because for this you have to use the formula, right? Because from here you can't get the information. You can't get the information directly from the tree diagram. You cannot, right? X given y. So x given y is different from y given x. These two. So means that is probability of x intersect with y. The definition for probability of x given y, the conditional probability. So divided by probability of y, right? Given y. So have to divide by the probability of y. So as you know that from part A, the question from part A, I have find the probability of y by adding up these two branch, right? Which give me the value of 7 over 12, right? So I know that I should divide by 7 over 12. This is the information I get from the tree diagram, right? 7 over 12 is a probability of y. Probability of y is 7 over 12 by adding up these two branch, right? Adding up these two branch. And px intersect y, we also can get from this tree diagram, which is 9 over 20, right? 9 over 20. So with this, I have enough information to calculate the value of px given y, which we're giving 27 over with 35. Alright, 27 over with 35. So let's see more example. Alright, okay, let's continue for these examples. So let's say if you have px prime given y prime, right? So it's given y prime, right? So, but for all this, we have information for p y given x prime, right? Y given x prime and y prime given x, but we don't have x prime given y prime, right? So then we have to use some information from the tree diagram here. So as you know, this one is the conditional probability is defined to be px prime, x prime intersect with y prime divided by the probability of y prime here, right? The probability of y prime. So as from the tree diagram, we can get information where the x prime intersect with y prime will be 4 over 15 by multiply these two, right? Which is 4 over 15. 4 over 15 divide by the probability of complement of y. You know that the probability of y from part A is 7 over 12, right? 7 over 12. Definitely this will be 5 over 12, right? Because 1 minus with 7 over 12, 5 over 12. So which will give you the values of, which were giving you 16 over 25, right? 16 over 25 here. So now you have understand how to using the tree diagram in finding a probability, all right? A probability. So you can get quite some information from this tree diagram here. So, all right, for part F, I'm going to show you how to using all the information that you find in constructing another tree diagram, construct another tree diagram with event Y occur first. Right, I want to construct another tree diagram, means that I reconstruct the tree diagram. For this tree diagram is I starting with x and x prime, right? The event x occur first. So now I starting, how about I want to construct about the event y occur first, right? Followed by x, right? Just by using all the information from A up to E. So let's see how I construct. It's very important to understand this whole concept here, and better for you to take a paper and jot down what is important information that I'm telling you. Alright, this is the way you study the video. You're not just looking the video just like watching a movie. Alright, but each time you're getting a concept, you do some short notes. You do some short notes or do some mind maps and jot down all the important information here. Alright, this is very important for when you study a video lesson, right? You have to use a correct technique of study. Alright, okay, let's see how to using the information to construct another tree diagram with y occur first, followed by x. Alright, okay, let's see how I construct a tree diagram by use the information from A to F. A to F, alright? The question A to F. So then you know that you have probability of y, you have probability of x given y, and probability of x prime given y prime. So I can reconstruct the tree diagram starting with y, alright? Y followed by y prime, and after that, event x. So it's totally reverse, right? From this. So I know that probability of y, but by using all the information here, we actually can reconstruct this tree diagram, alright, with y occur first, right? So then you see that probability of y is 7 over 12, right? 7 over 12. So you know here is 7 over 12. Definitely here will be 5 over 12. Adding these two will be 1. And also for part D, you are asking to find x given y, right? X given y occur. So what does it mean by given y? So it means that from this branch, x given y, this is the branch where py x given y, right? So which is found to be 27 over 35. 27 over with 35, right? This is x given y from here. So definitely if you want to find x prime, if you want to find probability of x prime, probability of x prime given y, you were just taking 1 minus with, because these two add up will be 1. So you're taking 1 minus with 27 over 35, which will giving you 8 over with 35. Total up must be 1. Alright, and look at this from part E. You are given information of x prime given y prime, right? X prime, oh sorry, here will be x prime, right? X prime. So x prime occur given y prime occur. So from this bunch, I can use the value here. So you have 16 over 25. Right? 16 over 25. So if you want to find the probability of x given y prime, then you're just taking 1 minus with 16 over 25, which will giving you 9 over 25 here. Now from here, you can actually double check. So if you're taking these two, if you multiply, you can observe something. Alright, this video I go quite details. I actually want to tell you many things. So if you can follow the videos all the way, you will actually understand the tree diagram deeply. Alright. Okay, you try to multiply all these branches here. Alright, you try to multiply. Alright, I have to show you. After I multiply these two, I will getting 9 over 20. This 2 I get 2 over 15. Multiply this 2, I getting 3 over 20. And multiply 2, I getting 4 over 15. If you notice that these two, the y intersect x is the same as x intersect y, right? 9 over 20, the value here. Y x prime y, you are getting 2 over 15, right? Can you observe that? So it means that the probability of y prime intersect x, you were getting 3 over 20. Here also you were getting 3 over 20, right? X and y prime. So x prime and y prime, x prime and y prime, getting 4 over 15. This will be exactly the same. So if you total up this all, you will still getting the value of 1 here. Alright, the value of 1 here. So it means that if you just the difference, this one y occur first, then followed by x here. So you also can use the same concept, apply here. You can use this to find the x prime union y, x union y, x probability of x prime union with y prime. Alright, it's still okay, right? By using this tree diagram. So now I hope you have know something about tree diagram. Alright, this is how we manipulate the means how we use the tree diagram. Alright, so that's all for this video. Hope you understand.